Hi all, welcome to the ILM Octane training video. This is Jairam, and today I'm going to walk you through the introduction of Team Backlog. Once you log in into the system, you need to go on a Team Backlog. Team Backlog is a very important while you are delivering the agile demand, especially for the Scrum Master and the product owner. Scrum Master using for the planning and tracking. Product owner is basically using to have a look that which team is doing what. So let me introduce with the various fields over here. The first one is a release where you are going to select the release. The topmost level of this filtration criteria is the release. We may have a multiple releases. So you select one of them which actually you want to be. In this case, I'm selecting project and CR release 2020. And then you have another two fields like sprint. If you want to monitor the current sprint, then go ahead and have a take a filter of the current sprint. So current sprint you have selected, in this case a sprint one is a current sprint. And then team, we may have a multiple teams. For example, in a Vodafone world we have more than 20 teams out here. So I wanted to have a look, or I'm a scrum master for the, let's say, IBM analytics team. Then I'll select that around IBM analytics team and then have a look on this. If you see that the moment I selected the release, selected the sprint and then team, based on that, so many graphs, figures, and then data gets updated. The very first data says that what is the progress of the team. So if you see, there is a three colors appearing over here, like the very first one is what is the expected velocity. So expected velocity means what is the strength of the team to be delivered. So it's showing 12. It is basically the number 12 is coming from the team configuration. When actually team started planning, they set that velocity, they set the target on that. The next field is basically our plan. So our plan or under plan. So if eight user story has been our plan for that, or eight item I would say, because it's covering everything. So user story, task, defect, and third one is basically what are the planned items. So planned item are a 20. 20 always says that 20 is user story point. Then we have a critical zero critical defect in a dashboard, and this is the standard basically information which is showing like how many days have been remaining for to complete that sprint. So whatever task you have planned, you need to finish in this remaining days. And then this is the basically timeline for the release, where you are, what is the length, and how many releases are there. And then go on a feature now. If you see this portion, you have features, backlog item, test, task, and commit. So based on the selection criteria which you have done over here, you will be able to see the item on it. Okay. Now the question is, I'm on a feature section. I wanted to have a look like how many features we have aligned for this story. So I'm able to see this. Okay, one feature is aligned. Now the question, now there may be a certain cases where you want to see like, okay, this feature is belongs to which epic, or which demand. So epic is showing already over here that this is the epic which is aligned for that, and this is the feature name for that. And this test coverage automatically, when actually is going execution, then test coverage will get automatically assigned. Similar with the backlog item, you will be able to disable all the backlog item based on the filter criteria and with the status like, okay, this is the ID, this is the application is cutting the flow, this is the name of the feature, this is the rank, the owner, story point, and in progress. Similarly with the task, test cases, and then task. Now, let me tell you certain things which is very interesting in team backlog while you are watching, because you may have a different dimension to viewing. So there are, if you have a long list, you have an option to search. You have an option to select the column or reorder the columns. If you wanted to reorder these columns, you just drag and drop, and then it will be reordered for you. Then you have a sorting, it will be sort. And then very interesting feature is basically this one. So adding a filter on it. So if you want to apply a filter on this, you can go and have a apply a filter. Let's say I wanted to have uh, you know all the item listed for one particular demand, right? Because in this section you will be having the task of this so many demand. I wanted to filter because that is a general practice for the scrum master or the product owner. Product owner wanted to have a look on the single demand, so they will apply a filter on this. Go on this one and select the parent of it. So the parent, we are on a task, so we are going to select the parents as a user story. The moment you select the user story, you will be able to see that okay, all these demands are coming in. So whichever demand you want to have a look on this, you go and click it, and then particular information will be displayed over here. So let me select any of them. Let's say I'm starting 036, 036, this one. So I'm filtering this one because I'm knowing that result, we have a result for it. All right. So you are able to see that okay, this filtered based on the user story. These one is the user story, and the three items are related to that. So that is very interesting feature. And let me clear this. Now another item is basically just the view. These are the views basically that if you wanted to have a look on this different view that is called the smart list view, then you go and click it. Then we have like grid view, which actually I was showing right away, one of the favorite to me. And then we have board view actually where you will be able to see like a task board or user stories board where actually the progress is categorized based on the stages like new and then in progress and then committed and the totals. The last one is basically to have a look on the full screen apart from this browser and all. So this is the section where actually you are visiting most frequently for the planning. You will be able to see all the features, everything, and you can track your demand here. Retro I'll be covering later. If you wanted to, if you finish this backlog, like you finish the current sprint and wanted to continue with the retro, there is a button you can enable and disable the retro. But I will tell you in the next video how to perform retro and what are the conditions you need to check it out. Thank you. Thanks for watching.